brother's graduation. Shout out to my brothers. My little brother graduated yesterday. My other little brother's graduating right now. So shout out to Ethan and Anthony. I did go to the graduation because why not?
I'm glad you went. I'm happy you went.
Mm-hmm. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode. Please like the video and subscribe. Our target is only 1,000 likes. Relationships have always been a cornerstone of human experience, but the way we form them, maintain, and even end them has evolved dramatically in the modern era. Technology, shifting societal norms, and changing expectations have redefined what it means to be in a relationship. Technology has revolutionized how we meet and interact with potential partners. Though it's made it easier to meet with potential partners, it also poses new challenges. Traditional gender roles have been redefined in modern relationships. Women are increasingly independent, and men are more open to expressing vulnerability. This shift has led to more egalitarian partnerships, where responsibilities like childcare, housework, and financial contribution are shared. Modern relationships often emphasize individuality and personal growth. While this is healthy, it can sometimes create tension when partners struggle to balance their personal goals with the needs of the relationship.
Great. How you
Glad that little heat wave over.
Yeah.
Word. Hot as shit. I ain't gonna hold you.
How you feeling, man?
I feel good.
How was your brother's graduation?
Oh, my brother's graduation. Shout out to my brothers. My little brother graduated yesterday. My other little brother's graduating right now. So shout out to Ethan and Anthony. I did go to the graduation because why not?
I'm glad you went.
I'm happy you went.
Oh man, where do I begin here?
Was it indoor or outdoor?
Indoor.
Okay,
That's good.
Well, how was the AC indoors?
It was cool. It was cool. It's a private school, so it wasn't a long graduation.
Okay.
Like it wasn't a whole bunch of kids. Like,
Gotcha.
Oh, that's the best.
Yeah, this was a private school. All of these kids, when they put their face on the big projector screen, they already had the college that they were going to. Most of them. So
How much scholarship money they got and all that other shit?
Yeah.
wow.
But they do. So that was real fly.
Did they want to stop and pod with you?
No, not at all. No, I'm too old now. Nobody. The principal knew who I was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he said I ain't need a ticket, so shout out to him. But ticket to graduation apparently is a big
Shit's
deal.
like- yes, it is.
Like
Yeah,
crack.
it is.
My little sister
They be on
didn't
it.
go. It's a few people that didn't go because of the ticket restriction.
All the way to kindergarten.
Yeah, it's different.
It ain't just, they don't play.
Yeah, so I do appreciate the gesture.
Awkward conversation, too.
Yeah, you're right about that.
It is. Yes, it is.
Yeah. So, we had a good time.
That's all that matters.
I cried the whole time. First of all,
Right. For real?
I cried the entire time. Anytime.
Such a bitch.
The salutatorian. What do you say? What is it? Salutatorian. Get up there. Like these is young kids.
Yeah, he's right.
They parents, they brothers, it's in the audience. Like they get up there and just they talk about how tough the school is. So they get up there and start talking about their SAT scores, the attendance, the 4 years. They start talking to the teachers about, bring you back a little bit. I dropped out, but I remember some of that shit. Oh, we couldn't get through this without Mr. Bass encouraging us the whole way. Oh, Mr. Charles, those tests was hard. Oh, we stayed up all night FaceTiming our friends to get through it, but we got Nah, but it's a graduation, so it wasn't no noise. I'm joking, but it was the silent tears. So you just sitting there chilling, really, and just tears. You keep trying to wipe them on the low. I'm like,
nope.
Them bitches just keep rolling out. Nigga, I might have cried when the perfect attendance nigga won it. He made it every day. Yo, it's so tough. It's so tough to do it. Nah, for real. And then in the beginning of the graduation, they had Duke come out, and me and my dad is sitting there as musicians. So he come out with the bagpipe or whatever the fuck that machine was.
It just make you cry sometimes.
He had the skirt on and he started doing this shit. Bang!
It sounds like people crying.
And it's killed.
Yeah, but he was playing a bass line. This is an interesting instrument. He playing the bass line that never stopped. And then I swear he played like 11 different songs with them flute shits.
Yeah.
So my dad gonna tap me and say, "That's one of the toughest instruments in the world to play." And I'm like, yeah, man.
Should look hard.
He's on his 9th song, but why black people don't play that shit, but they ain't answer me. So
Well, it's not very like rhythmic. It's very drony.
but the way the song was coming out,
It's like the white church. It's like the white church organ guy. It's the same sound.
and when a black guy gets on the organ, it's a different bop. So I would like to see the black guy on this instrument here, this bagpipe or whatever it is. But cool, he played 9 songs. That was fly. And then whoever got up there to sing,
bagpipes.
I guess the whole school knew this singer person, the teacher that could sing, and she got up there and she was black. So now she did the Star Spangled Banner, but it was like a black woman is up here.
77 ad-libs.
Oh, she
Runs and shit. Whoa.
Gotta balance out the
Jackie
bagpipes.
said, "Oh, this is the remix." Wait. And the Rockets. And then right. And the Rockets. Yes. That's what she did. Wait. And then right when it was the last song of the Star Spangled Banner, she went in to lift every voice and sing. So she went right into that.
She crossfading.
And she remixed the fuck out of that one, but she had a great voice. So I mean,
That's fine.
go ahead. to victory. I thought Hitman Holler was up that motherfucker. But all right, cool. So a bunch of awards. Oh no! And then I fought with my dad.
About what?
Oh man.
And then I fought with my dad, which is why I didn't want to come to this bitch in the first place. Because I didn't graduate, so I know I'm going to sit here and cry. And me and you don't have the same views when it comes to these things.
Okay.
I don't understand.
Long story, less long. 2 twin brothers going to the same college.
Okay. Oh, are they?
Yes.
But they went to different high schools?
Yes.
Interesting.
One is very excited to go. The other one,
Not so much.
not so much.
Okay.
And now Pop is telling me. But the other one is in the house, like kind of Ethan. Ethan kind of quiet to himself. Ethan cool. So he quiet, he to himself. He like nice things. He's recognized that about himself. And he knows that he wants to make a lot of money. So I want to start a business. That's what he wants to do. Pop is like he can do that and go to school.
Yeah.
Cool. Pop said, because now, first of all, now you're triggering me, because he talked to me like I'm his brother. But I don't know if Pop know that I'm his kid sometimes. He's sitting there saying, me and my kids have a deal. Wait, what? We at the graduation and you gotta stir up this deep trauma. I ain't signed the paper, nigga. I got all these 40 years of trauma that me and you ain't never really kicked it about. And I'm at the graduation and this nigga says, yeah, me and my sons, we had a deal.
Your sons.
He said, yo, I ain't get that contract.
You know, yeah, but cool, I don't say that.
Got it.
He said, I told them, gotta go to college. This is instilled in you for their whole life. And if you do that, I will support you in anything you want to do. I said, oh, so that's a trick. I said, because if somebody don't want to go to college, then who gives a fuck that you supporting them in something that they don't want to do? And why do we, so then he start telling me, I told him once he go to school, he can't come back home. I said, excuse me? I said, oh, so you about to have your first run with a rebellious kid and you don't know what that look like yet. Because now what you gonna do when he can't come back home, but he ain't fucking with school? So now he go fuck the older chick in town like all of us do, get her pregnant, live with her, and now you got, now that's the world that you living in now. Like, do you want to play these games?
Yo, dog, you gave a positive side.
Yeah.
You know how much it costs to live out here?
Niggas start doing something else.
Yo, when I went to school in Baltimore, you know, I went to Morgan. My nigga, most niggas didn't come back home because they couldn't afford New York prices.
Yeah.
They never came back home because they couldn't afford to live here. So niggas made a way down Baltimore because the cost of living was so cheap that if you would have came back here, you couldn't afford it. You'd have been living with your parents after living on your own for 4 years.
Dog, that's where our fight goes. My dad thinks, because of his thinking from whatever era he come from, that a degree guarantees you $150,000 job and up.
It guarantees you enough money to sustain yourself, and it don't.
No, it don't.
Not even close.
And I'm saying, because you know my views are different on this, Pop, that's not a guarantee today.
It's less likely to even happen today.
And I argue the other side of it. See, because part of me is offended because I'm the example that I'm talking about in front of you. And I came from your dick. But when I say that, he says to me, that's what he says. I don't want to hear none of that. I don't want to hear none of that shit, dog.
And not just that.
He says, yo, you live in another world.
You do. But you are an out.
No,
I'm on your team.
I wish that parents would just support their kids sometimes, even if it's in spite of what they think their kids should be doing.
I think that there's a happy medium there too. By the way, like,
if your kid tell you, yo, I ain't really feeling college. Like, I would rather do this for a little bit. Like, I mean,
my folks, I wasn't feeling college, but they're like, all right, cool, but do some community college shit. And I did that. That was the in between. I didn't go off to a big school and do all that shit. I was like, no, I'll sit here and do my bartending, make beats in the attic, all that shit. But I'll get some degree to keep them happy and cool.
I think I always say, like, I have my younger brother, not ours, mother younger brother, and two of my younger cousins, who was like, yo, I don't necessarily want to go to college just because I don't know what I want to go for. And they was like, yo, I know people that go to college and walk out with just a ton of debt. They're not even working in that field. I'm scared to do that because they got a little bit more information now, financial side.
Tons.
So my advice was always, hey, dog, if you don't know, don't do that, but at least trade school.
But wait,
I push everybody to trade school if they could.
That's a good plan.
That's a good option
but
too.
question,
That's like the middle ground.
did you say that they're getting scholarships, partial scholarships, or anything like that?
they got something going on.
Okay, well, I mean, like, that kind of clears at least part of the debt that they would accumulate. And I can understand from the parents' perspective, always wanting your kid to have something to fall back on. If passion and dream takes a little
work out.
Yeah,
Take a
doesn't
little
work
bit
out.
longer.
Exactly.
In my case, I did the community college shit, which in the first 2 years of college, you know this, you went to school, you're doing like kind of general shit anyway, so it didn't matter. And by the time I was done with those 2 years, it was like, okay, cool, I'm just going to go to music because I do know I want to be in music. So I found a music business school, yada, yada, got my bachelor. Cool.
Oh, nice.
So I think there's a way that you can do that.
It's a happy
Well, my point to my dad was, I'm all the way with what you're saying. If a kid wants to go to college, like, don't misconstrue my point. Like, just because my views are what my views are. Listen, when my son called me and said, "Hey, I'm in college and I'm over this shit," Corey sitting right next to me. I said, no, "Stay there, stay there. Don't leave. Stick it out. Thug it out. Try your best. Yada yada yada." And this is when I thought I was getting robbed because of pandemic prices at the colleges, but I told them stay there. So it's not because of my views. If you want to go to college, go to college. But if you're looking at somebody and they clearly have a more creative way of viewing things, I think that you're shooting that person in the foot by not exploring that.
So
I agree with you.
I think it's a conversation, right?
That's all.
I think it's a conversation. If you go to trade school, go to trade. Again, I own a construction company, so I think we, especially black kids, are not going to trade schools enough, and we're missing out on that, right? Trade school people are making more money than some of these lawyers and doctors make.
Sure.
Cool, I'm for that. However, I've also been a business owner for a very long time, and I think that some of the stuff that you learn in college, if you go to just be a business major, a finance major, even if you want to go the entrepreneurial route, these things help you on that I'm talking from experience that these things help you on that path. You might not know it, but they will help you.
Absolutely.
As a parent, yo, it's a really hard job because you want to be supportive and whatever. Yo, if your kids say, yo, I don't want to go, I want to go to be in the Peace Corps in Rwanda, you like, yo, dog, I gotta support you.
Right.
I really don't want you to be going over there, but I gotta be supportive.
See, my parent brain, if it were me, would say, I done watched my kid be locked in a room on a video game for with headphones on in a gamer chair for the last 13 years. People are making millions of dollars doing that, because that's where our conversation led to then. It led to, he's like, all right, well, paint the picture for me. I said, well, he can start a business in his own name, and there's streamer kids that are making, if you fail, you can walk away with 60 grand, Pop. Like, so.
Which is more money than most kids making coming straight out of college.
And that's if you completely, if nothing goes your way, you can walk away with making 50 grand a year.
I wouldn't say that's the. I think that's a little extreme, because I think that if everything fails, you could just be the kid with one person on your stream and you make $0. Like that's a possibility. But I think there is a happy medium.
I'm his brother, so I mean it's a cheat code.
For sure.
I'm gonna go give him the information and tell him exactly what to do and set him up. That we always talk about financial literacy,
right?
And gaining understanding. So if you close-minded to the information, then you just shut a world off.
True.
So you don't even allow the anomaly to be birthed.
True.
You shut the door in that. So no, I told my dad at the interview, I was so mad at him. I said, I got him, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna give him the information he needs and he's gonna be good. But if he wanna explore that, let him.
Yeah, he should be allowed to.
But if you're gonna force him away 2 hours away to college, listen, man, I told my mom when she sent me away to school, and we'll close this because I'm probably dragging it, but fucking.
I think this is going.
This is a great conversation.
A lot of people can resonate with this.
Are you crazy?
Up to this day, my father still tells me when we go to school. I said, man, I'm a grown man.
So now I'm sitting there fucking depressed doing a whole flashback of my history, because I told my mom, yo, don't send me away to school. She sent me away to school scared of what I would do in a Jersey City school. So I went out there where a boarding school, a different structure and environment. I done learned all this shit, and now I go back to Jersey. You want to put me in a regular high school? That's not gonna work for me.
Right.
You're not paying attention. That you missed how my mind was working. That wasn't gonna work for me. I was so shocked when I got to Lincoln High School in Jersey City that they was allowing us to go home and wanted us to come back. I couldn't believe it.
You talking about lunchtime or just when?
Period. I come from a boarding school.
Got it.
If I go home after I done been around all the girls, done fucking got drunk at lunchtime, I'm not coming back here tomorrow. But that was me.
Did you thrive in the boarding school?
What's thrive? No.
Do well.
Yeah.
Did you do well academically?
No, but by then I wasn't trying to do well academically.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I was bored with school from earlier because I was ahead of wherever they was teaching. So
And that's a lot of that is where it starts.
Yeah,
right there.
for sure.
There was no mental stimulation for you in school.
They didn't have like advanced classes, or it was like some probably racial biases or some shit.
Wasn't you
not,
offered to
not
get
in the
skipped,
boarding
right?
school. Yeah, that was early. That was.
But it starts there.
Well, that's why
You'll check out of school.
Well, that's why the
there.
graduation just rouse up all of my fucking deep, dark, hidden like shit inside that I go to bed with. I don't tell nobody all this shit.
Stupid.
Well, congrats to the brothers for
Congratulations. And all the graduates out there, congratulations.
Yeah, shout out to everybody graduating. This year's class, next year's class, that shit does look fly.
It does.
It do look fly. The friend groups. Hey, listen, I didn't graduate, so I'm unsure on this. But they had all types of shit on their cap.
Oh yeah,
you couldn't do that shit in the 90s.
Yes, you could.
In high school.
You could. Yes.
Oh, I didn't really see it.
We did that at my school, but
I don't know if that was.
They going a little crazy.
It's been a thing for a while.
Depending on what associations you're affiliated with,
True.
all of that shit.
True.
You could put the.
No. People are home DIY.
I'm just saying, but yeah.
Like I did my daughter's shit for preschool.
What'd you put on there?
I just had she's big on Frozen, so I had a bunch of Frozen shit.
Well,
on there. All that shit. Had her name 2025. Yeah, it went crazy. But yeah,
I thought I was about to go to another graduation today.
Yeah, Nick.
Just went on and just cried all day. Because then the cry got to a point where this wasn't working. So then you couldn't hide. You
need the tissue.
Dark shades, man.
I didn't bring shades because I thought I would be cool.
That's why you gotta go back to the undershirt, man.
That's crazy.
I'll cry. I don't give a fuck.
We know.
Yeah, we know.
That was crazy.
That's crazy.
Anyway, no more for me. Graduations is horrible.
That shit different.
What y'all want to start with, man?
Nigga Lex Young.
Oh yeah.
What are you talking about? It's gonna be worse.
Oh,
Way
yeah.
worse. What?
Yeah, waterworks.
Yep. It's on. It's on, Dre.
Yeah, that's gonna be bad.
Word. I'm telling you. It's cool though.